All
Are
right.
you guys like
I'm
traveling?
gonna I'm gonna add us to the stream,
Okay.
and you're probably gonna hear me double. How did we do that last time?
We muted ourselves somewhere, but where? It was either here in Discord or in StreamYard. I don't remember which one we muted ourselves.
All right, let's take a look. I think that. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I think I muted you in Discord,
Okay. I'll
but
do the same.
I'll unmute you there for now.
I gotta figure out how to mute you. Mute. Gotcha. Okay, talk to me.
Check, check, 1 2, check, 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 1 2, check, check.
I
Should
hear you,
probably.
and you're not double.
All right, good stuff. Now speak real quick.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Let's see. What would I want to say with my little moment I have here? My moment in the spotlight. Oh boy. I am so excited for your move. Just seriously, because as you know, I just moved myself, and I'm so excited. Carrie, oh, Carrie, Carrie and I got to talk. I know you guys are super busy because obviously the move,
Yeah.
but if Carrie ever's just like taking a few minutes to just like do nothing for just a moment, I'd love it if she spent that few minutes calling me. Would be cool.
Yeah.
So
Probably
yeah,
on the flip side because things are busy.
yeah.
All right, the Twitch stream is good to go. Let's go. Let's begin our all church meeting. I want to welcome everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to try to do like monthly updates here on Discord, just a server wide meeting, just to try to keep everyone up to date. I know people from Europe were like, "Whoa, it's really late. We can't make it there at that time." But we're going to switch the time up. Last time it was like a 2 p.m. Eastern all church meeting, and tonight we're going to do 7 p.m. So we'll switch the times back and forth. And if you miss it, it doesn't work out for you on your schedule, then you can always catch it on demand on Twitch and on YouTube, which we are recording to right now. But we're not going to be too long. Let's keep this short and sweet. And then we can move to a voice channel and talk as long as we want. But actually, for this part, let's just keep this thing moving. And just to give you guys some updates. First of all, I want to welcome anybody that's new to the server, new to the church. What's up? I hope that you are finding a friendly community to be a part of. I know that joining the Discord or one of the experiences can be intimidating, and you might feel a little lost in the crowd, which is kind of weird because it wasn't too long ago where there was only like a handful of us and we knew everybody. And now it's getting to the point where, like Pastor Alina said, there's some volunteers that I haven't even met yet. So that's pretty crazy to think that our community is growing across the multiverse, MMOs and virtual reality, and we may not know everybody. But I think that the more you hang out in the Discord, the more you attend the services, you'll start to become a familiar face. We'll start to recognize your name. Feel free to always DM. Sometimes my DMs don't get responded to quickly, but I always try to do that as much as I am able to. So that's just something to think about. So welcome new people. Everyone is welcome. And even if you don't believe in God, you're like, man, I'm not a Christian or anything. That's fine. You're welcome to be a part of this and hang out. Second thing I want to say is thanks so much for an excellent summer. You guys have done an amazing job keeping the ministry moving. We had a rough June. Pastor Zach had COVID. I had COVID. Pretty home
Pastor
bad.
Bismick as well.
Yeah, Bismick had COVID. Pastor Bismick had COVID. It was crazy. Lena, had a sad moment there with the pit in the family. It was just a lot going on in June. And so thank you, everyone who stepped in and stepped up to help in big and small ways. We really appreciate that. I think of like people keeping the Rust Church going, making warehouses and building the church, and all different angles. And Pastor Coco doing the Final Fantasy and coming in and teaching at the last minute. I think Alina and Coco, taught for me at the last minute, which is tough to prepare a message like in 24 hours or less. Mm-hmm. So thanks to everybody. I'm not going to name all the names because I know I'm going to miss somebody, but I do want to give just a special thank you to everybody. And that goes into some commendations. I really want to highlight one person. You do for one that you wish you could do for all. I just want to give a shout out to Coldest. Coldest has really picked up all the little fill in the holes all over the place. all across all of the churches. And so big shout out to Coldest. And I know there's other people, by the way, like I mentioned before. And but I do want to give Coldest a highlight, little 3 cheers for Coldest. Summer break is coming up. Next topic is summer break, August 28th. If I have that, I had the graphic here a second ago. Now I lost it. But August 28th is summer break. No churches on that Sunday. Let's see, every 3 to 4 weeks, we like to take a Sunday off. Sometimes we've done hangouts, but this time I don't think we're doing hangouts. Just a complete break on that Sunday. Our volunteers are busy behind the scenes, building, preparing sermons, all these things that are happening. And so I think it's important just to take 3 or 4 times a year, take a big breaks, Sunday off, enjoy yourself, check out some of the other VR churches if you want, catch up on some projects, whatever you need to do. I think the next one will be after Christmas services, which is a busy time. We'll probably take one at the end of December. Will be a Christmas break. So summer break coming up. All right. And Alina, I'm going to have you kind of just share your thoughts, maybe what you did on Sunday. But the next topic is trolls. Trolls are something we're familiar with, something that we are comfortable with. I love trolls, and I know that sounds silly, but the reason I say that is some of our volunteers came in to troll VR Church, saw that we were just a chill community, that we just showed love and kind of changed their attitude. And they're like, wait, these people are cool. I want to hang out with this community. I'm not going to troll them anymore. And so we've dealt with trolls left and right. People coming in, give me the finger. They're running around dropping F-bombs in the middle of the service, and it's all whatever that is. We're facing a little bit of something different. We don't want to make it a big deal and give it a lot of attention, but just a quick highlight that we were been targeted by some religious groups, and you heard me right, religious, and they've come in to disrupt VR Church. And this kind of is a different type of troll for me, because it's not the guy coming in with the finger and the F-bomb. It's a religious community that's coming in and disrupting and really harassing people in our community. And I don't have patience or time for that. One time Alina was on stage, or multiple times, Alina was teaching, and they would play something about her being Jezebel, and she shouldn't preach because she's a woman. And they would say really unkind things to our members of the LGBTQ community who are a part of our church. And so that's a little different for me in that it's organized. Maybe there's a Discord. They're coming in with a dedicated harassment kind of strategy. And I think that that's a little different for me. So we are going to take a very strict response to that. As a matter of fact, this past Sunday, members of our community helped us discover who they were and kick them out. They were very crafty. They were able to block me from view, so I couldn't even see them at church. But other members saw them and were able to deal with it. And so I don't know, and I'm, again, not trying to make a big deal of it, not trying to give a lot of attention, but when something like religious trolls are coming in an organized way to harass people in our community, hatred towards women, hatred towards gay and lesbian, I don't have time for that, and we're going to deal with that as best as we can. And long story short, if you see or hear something like that, and I know we can't monitor the metaverse, that's not what I'm asking you to do, but if you're at our church event and you see someone being harassed because they're a woman or they're gay or they're lesbian or transgender, whatever, please let us know. We want to deal with that. We're all about having conversation. We're all about, sharing ideas and disagreements, but this is just different. And we don't have time for that. And we want to either report them, block them. It's mainly been in VR chat. We heard rumors they're in Rec Room. If they come to AltSpace, we can report them very easily. So it's just a big call out to the community. It's not a big deal. People are already on it, but please be our eyes and ears in the metaverse, particularly for our specific events. Other events, I can't handle, or I can't monitor or keep up with a public room and what happens there. That's what that is. But at our events and our communities and our gatherings, if that's happening, please let us know, because we want our people to feel safe. That's really an important value, that when you come in, this is a safe space. We're not doing the harassment thing. That's old school. Don't got time for that. Pastor Lena, did you have any? And you don't have to, but if you had some thoughts on that.
Oh, absolutely. So many thoughts. First of all, absolutely everything that Bishop Soto just said. And I just wanted to tack on, of course, we can't police the metaverse. But every single person has this power, and it's so important that you know it, and it's so important that you use it. You do not have to listen to anyone. You don't have to listen to me. You can mute and block me right now. But what I'm saying is, please, if somebody is coming and just spewing hatred at you, talking down to you, you don't, wherever you are in the metaverse, and our service, please let us know outside of there, because they'll come to you in a way, because I've witnessed it, in a very controlling way. I just, please don't, you please, if it's coming from hate, you know it's not God, because they'll come saying this is what God wants this or that. If it is hate, it's not from him. And please, wherever you are in the metaverse, don't listen to it. You don't have to. You have the power to leave, you have the power to block, you have the power to mute, all of the above.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you, Pastor Lena. Regent put some good points that we need to, in the VR chat channel here on Discord, about changing some settings, because we did get crashed by a hacker on Sunday. So it crashed half the room. And I used to have my settings protected, and then, it's not as fun because it lowers the visual quality of avatars. And so I think over time I raised them back up, but now is maybe a season to read through Regent's comments there on VR chat about activating some protective measures so we don't get crashed and hacked for the actual service itself. All right. If you guys want to talk about that, we'll be in a different voice channel after that, or after the church meeting today. Couple last things as we wrap up. Last two things. Season 6 is coming to VR Church. So if this is the first time you're hearing about Season 6, basically, we took a little note from video game developers. So if you're a Fortnite player, Overwatch, perhaps there's a game you play that has seasons. And so what happens, if you're not familiar, just long story short, what happens in a season is they'll be like season 14 of Fortnite, and they'll introduce new maps, new guns, new, game modes, the different types of things like that. And what as an observer of that, what I notice is that it allows the developer to kind of not play around, but maybe to alter the game a little bit to try to experiment with what they're trying to do with the experience. And so I think that's a great thing. And we've started implementing that with VR Church a couple of years ago, that at least once a year, we're going to have a new season. And the new season might introduce a new value, some new vision, perhaps some new experiences. And that's exactly what's going on behind the scenes, is that season 6 of VR Church is coming. And there's going to be some new experiences that are coming. We might take a moment to evaluate and say, well, those are some old things we can do away with. And what that does for us as a church, that I think has a lot of value and utility, is it allows us to be flexible and adaptable and nimble. So we never become like churches that say, well, it's the way, Grandpa always did it. We've done this, for 50 years, and this is the way we've always done it. It allows us to change, to shift, to pivot as we need. Usually each season launches in the fall, but I had COVID all June, and people were sick, and I'm moving, so we don't have a date of when we're going to launch season 6. It could be in the middle fall, maybe it could be later. We'll let you know. But I wanted to start to get plant the idea in your mind to start thinking about the new vision that we're going to go into in VR Church and VR MMO Church. So it's something for you guys to chew on and to think about. All right. You got some wind chimes back there, Alina? Here's some wind chimes.
Yeah. Well, my husband just came home, and he didn't know this was happening. He's not normally home this early, so there's just like all kinds of noises happening in the background. I just tried to sneak a text to him saying,
That's okay. I was just acknowledging the wind chimes.
Yeah,
That's all,
and I
it's
hear
all
the
good.
wind chimes, and the first thing I think is, "Where's that tear? There's a tear around here somewhere."
Yeah, and Xena.
From our game, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Discord. Last thing. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me pull up my notes. If you're just popping in, we welcome the new people. We commendations about an excellent summer, even though we had some challenges. Summer breaks coming up in the end of August. Dealing with some trolls, kind of an organized effort, but we're used to that as far as dealing with trolls, and we just ask for your help. Season 6 is coming, and really the last thing I want to talk about is I'm probably going to be AFK for the next. By the way, away from keyboard is what that means. For the next 7 to 10 days, and then another 7 to 10 days in September. My family has a big move here, and we're going from Virginia to Texas, and big move, bit stressful, lots going on. So if you see me like absolutely disappear, that's what's happening. If you send me a message and I don't respond, that's what's happening. I'm in the middle of Alabama, driving to Texas or getting the house set up, or we'll be living out of a hotel for a few days. So that's kind of a challenge that we're going to be as we're waiting for a house to get ready in September. We have to get there a little early because our youngest son will be in high school, and we don't want him to start late. So long story short, I'll be AFK here and there. And so sometimes a lot of that falls on Alina. So check in with Alina. If she needs help, ask her at least, hey, once a week, hey, Alina, is there anything I can do for you? Maybe there's nothing, maybe there'll be something. Check in with Coldest, and in the Rust channel, he might need some help building the church, particularly on Saturday, because we have a weird wipe schedule for Rust. So anything that you guys can do, in the very least, checking in and asking what you can do would be a big help. All right, I think that is it for today's all church meeting. Pastor Lena, you got anything else you want to conclude before we kill the stream? Or shouldn't say kill the stream, cut the stream.
No. Actually, that pretty much sums it up. I'm really excited to get this moment for those of you that have joined us now to just chit chat a little after. That's what I'm excited about. So let's get that started.
Yeah. Let me open up a voice channel. It looks like Hangout would be a good place. So if you are here on Discord on the stage, we'll be over at Hangout. And if you are on Twitch, nothing but love. We're going to end the stream. And thanks for watching. Looks like what's up the church.digital. Jeff Reed, what's good?
No, Jeff.
The gorillas are viewing this meeting from Biggs. Interesting.
Gorillas.
Don't know what that means, but that works. All right, my friends, take care on Twitch, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.